Welcome to this platform. We have like 1 year and a few months to the 2027 general election. But politicians are becoming more wiser than they were just because they want to hoodwink the public that they care. As I had informed you in advance, there are going to be softer changes in government in favor of the common citizen because politicians now want your votes. Life is going to become fairly affordable because they know if they keep pushing economy to the wall, you won't vote for them. They are going to loosen the nuts so that you can be able to be convinced that yes, they care, but it's a trap to trap your vote ahead of 2027. It will only take the wise to discover. Like now, the whole of 2023, Ruto was in power. The whole of 2024, William Ruto was in power. The whole of 2025, William Ruto was in power as the president. From 2013 to 2022, William Ruto was the deputy president. In 2017, William Ruto announced in the public domain that give us another term, me and Uhuru Kenyatta, and education will be free. So yesterday in State House, Ruto has suddenly become wise. Suddenly become wise. And the wiseness is now questioning the principals who are selling uniforms in school. Suddenly. Hey! Yani, the whole of 2023, the whole of 2024, the whole of 2025, there were no students being admitted to Form 1. Yeah? Only in 2026 that William Ruto, from nowhere, he has become too clever to question the principals why they are selling uniforms in school at a very expensive cost. Okay, to me it was a concern, of course, because I've been asking myself, why should one pay uniform at 30,000 to 38,000? Uniform, school uniform is equal to a year's school fees. So as much as William Ruto is rightly questioning, but my worry is, why didn't he question in 2023? Why didn't he question in 2024? Why didn't he question in 2025? But he is now questioning in 2026. Why? The biggest question in the room. So do you mean that William Ruto has never known that school uniforms are expensive when bought in school? Leo ndiye amejua ati jana in State House ndiye amepata habari. So are you sure that Ruto had no information the previous years that principals are selling uniforms in school? Is that what you want to convince me? Can we listen to William Ruto?
Should be denied an opportunity to be in class. Why? Because we have provided the resources for them to be taught. For the first time in our schools, capitation that normally gets to schools a month or two after schools open, we made sure that capitation was available in school before our students reported in class. And we provided the highest amount, 44 billion. And therefore, if we have provided money for teaching, and we pay the teachers, and we have the classrooms, there is absolutely no reason why anybody would keep our children out of school. And we have said we are going to look into this uniform issue, because uniforms are beginning to be another source of corruption. Some schools charge as high as 38,000 for uniforms. You know? And therefore, I have directed that there is no child who will be kept out of class because of uniform. Even if they have the uniform for the junior school, they can transition to secondary school with that uniform as they wait for the parents to organize themselves. So we are going to work with all the stakeholders, the other stakeholders, to agree so that we don't erect additional impediments to access to education.
I am worried if this is how we are going to run a country. Yaani mwanasiasa anataka kutetea wakati anataka kura kutoka kwako, ndiye anakumbuka kumbe walimu wanauza uniform school. Hii nikiongea hii bazazi watanisupport. Sasa ndiye anakumbuka. Pretense, sycophancy. Pretense. Okay. Jana amejua principals wanauza uniform shule at an expensive price. So what has he done since yesterday? Kwa sababu it's evident schools sell uniforms in school. So ni sawa ndugu, umejua. Na ni sawa umeongea jana, which is okay. But what is the action? The problem with our leaders, they don't walk the talk. They just speak to make Kenyans happy at that particular environment. But once everyone goes home, everything goes back to normal. Ruto is questioning uniforms in school. But do you know again, even starting Monday still, principals will sell uniforms in school. And nothing will happen. Next year, schools will still sell uniforms in school. And there's nothing that will happen. The problem with our leaders, especially William Ruto, they speak for the sake of speaking. Mikos Ogamba is the Minister of Education. What plans has he put in place to make sure parents are not exploited through uniforms in school? The problem with William Ruto, he speaks without measures. He tells you take children to school tomorrow without minding where they will sleep, without minding what they will eat, without minding how they will brush their teeth, without minding the electricity they will be using. Inatoka wapi? When are we going to have leaders who walk the talk? Tukisema parents are being exploited through uniforms, ni sawa, umetuambia. But can't you give us the solution or the way forward? I expected vile aliongea jana kusema kwamba we are not going to accept the exploitation. I expected pale tu sasa apatie wazazi solution. Ni sawa, umesema parents are being exploited na uniform, it's okay. But what do you want them to do? And what actions have you taken to make sure tomorrow parents are not exploited? Lakini mudomo tu pa mudomo tamu mudomo tamu. Uhuru warned us in advance, but we couldn't listen. I wish we had listened. I wish we had listened. But anyway, we have an opportunity in 2027 to make another choice. If you want to rescue yourselves, make the right choice. God bless you. See you in the next episode. Asanteni sana.